Have you ever woken up and felt something different? A quiet tremor in your hands, a faint heaviness in your legs, as if they've forgotten their strength overnight. You sit at the edge of the bed, waiting a moment before you stand, not because you want to, but because you have to. And in that small pause, somewhere deep down, you wonder, when did my body start feeling like this? Most of us brush it off. It's just age, we say with a tired smile. But what if it isn't age at all? What if these little moments, the tingling, the weakness, the stiffness, are your body's quiet whispers, asking for help long before the pain ever begins? I once spoke with Margaret, 67, from Oregon. She loved her rose garden, said tending to those flowers was her morning prayer. But one spring, as she reached down to water them, her hand felt numb, her legs unsteady. She tried to laugh it away, until one day, laughter couldn't hide the truth anymore. Her doctor told her gently, "Margaret, your body has lost nearly half its collagen." And in that moment, it clicked. Collagen wasn't about beauty, it was about being, about standing tall, walking freely, holding on to life with steady hands. See, when collagen fades, so does confidence, the simple ease of movement, the silent strength we once took for granted. But here's the grace. Nature has not forgotten us. The path to healing isn't hidden in a pill. It's right here, in simple foods, humble choices, quiet acts of care. And today we'll walk that path together, one nourishing bite at a time. If I told you that chocolate, yes, real chocolate, could help you move with more ease, would you believe me? Most of us grew up thinking chocolate was just a guilty pleasure, something sweet for the soul, not medicine for the body. But here's the beautiful twist of life. Sometimes healing wears a familiar face. Not all chocolate is created equal, though. The kind I'm talking about isn't the sugary candy bar from the checkout aisle. It's dark chocolate, rich, bold and alive with compounds that quietly rebuild what time has worn down. I once heard Dr. William Li, a world-renowned researcher who spent decades studying how food repairs the body, say this: "A square of dark chocolate is like a symphony for your cells." You see, real dark chocolate, 80% cacao or higher, is bursting with flavonols and proanthocyanidins. Don't let the big words scare you. What they do is simple. They wake up your body's natural healing systems, protect your DNA, and even help create new stem cells. Imagine that. A treat that not only melts in your mouth but also restores the strength beneath your skin, stronger joints, steadier hands, more freedom in every step. And here's a small ritual you can try. Melt an ounce of dark chocolate, stir in a handful of roasted almonds and a few goji berries. Drop little spoonfuls onto a plate, let them cool, and when you take that first bite, know that it's more than pleasure, it's nourishment, it's quiet repair. It's your body remembering how to feel strong again. Because sometimes the sweetest medicine is the one that tastes like joy. When most people think of gelatin, they picture wiggly desserts from childhood, fun, colorful, maybe even a little silly. But hidden inside that soft, trembling cube is one of nature's quietest healers. See, gelatin is simply collagen in a gentler form, already broken down, ready for your body to use the moment it arrives. Think of it like a helping hand extended to your joints, your skin, your nerves, saying, "You don't have to fight so hard anymore. I've got you." I once met a retired carpenter named John. His hands had built homes, carved wood, raised children, but at 70 his fingers stiffened every morning, and his knees groaned each time he stood. Pain, he told me, had become his morning coffee. His doctor suggested something simple, a homemade gelatin snack before his daily walk. 3 months later, John smiled and said, "I still hear the creaks, but they don't control me anymore." Science backs his story. In one study, people who took gelatin before exercise felt 37% less joint pain. That's not a miracle. That's nourishment doing what it was designed to do. You can make it part of your own story too. A handful of nuts, warm a cup of cherry or pomegranate juice, rich in antioxidants. Stir in a few spoons of plain gelatin until smooth. That brightness. Add chopped nuts, a few berries for vitamin C, and let it rest in the fridge. What you'll hold in your hands isn't candy in pineapple. It's comfort, bright, it's flexibility, returning warmth. It's proof that healing doesn't always roar. Sometimes it wiggles. There's something sacred about a pot simmering slowly on the stove. The warmth, the aroma, the way it fills the house with comfort. But bone broth, it's more than food. It's memory. It's medicine disguised as love. If you grew up in a home where soup meant healing, you already know. A warm bowl of broth after a long day, a gentle sip when you were sick. Somehow, it always made things better. Now science explains what tradition always knew. Bone broth is collagen you can taste. When you simmer chicken bones, the wings, the drumsticks, even the little ones from a Sunday roast, something remarkable happens. The heat coaxes out collagen, glycine, and proline, the building blocks your body uses to repair cartilage, cushion your joints, and calm inflamed nerves. It's like feeding strength straight into your foundation. I once spoke with Helen, a retired teacher. Her mornings were filled with stiffness. Every step felt heavy. Every chair creaked louder than she did. She started sipping half a cup of homemade broth each evening. 2 weeks in, she said, "It's like my body took a deep breath." That's what nourishment does. It reminds your body how to be at ease again. You don't need anything fancy. Just bones, a splash of vinegar, onions, celery, carrots. Let it all simmer low and slow for hours. As it cools, it'll turn into a soft gel. That's pure collagen gold. Warm it up, add a squeeze of lemon, a sprinkle of parsley, and take a sip. Feel it soothe. That's not just broth. That's your body remembering strength. Sometimes healing doesn't arrive in a pill bottle. It comes in a bowl of soft orange cubes, glistening under morning light, kissed with mint and lime. Cantaloupe. It looks gentle, doesn't it? Sweet, cool, refreshing. A summer fruit you'd serve at brunch or on a lazy afternoon. But behind that sweetness lies quiet power. See, vitamin C isn't optional. It's essential. Without it, your body simply can't make collagen. And without collagen, even the strongest legs lose their confidence. Even the steadiest hands begin to tremble. I remember visiting an old friend named Robert. He used to climb ladders, fix fences, carry grandkids on his shoulders. But lately, he said, "It feels like my legs just don't trust me anymore." His doctor smiled and asked, "How's your diet, Robert? Getting enough color on your plate?" That day, Robert started adding a simple bowl of cantaloupe each morning, with a squeeze of lime for extra antioxidants, a sprinkle of chopped pistachios for healthy fats, and a few mint leaves for cooling relief. In just a few weeks, he noticed something small, less stiffness, smoother mornings, a bit more steadiness in his stride. Not magic, just biology, restored. Because when you give your body the raw materials it needs, like vitamin C, it remembers how to rebuild, one molecule at a time. So next time you sit down to breakfast, think of that humble bowl, soft fruit, bright flavor, quiet strength. Healing doesn't always roar. Sometimes it hums softly, like summer wind across the skin. Sometimes the most powerful medicine grows quietly in the garden, waiting, patient, unassuming, like a ripe tomato. We slice it, toss it in salads, blend it into soups, never realizing that inside this humble fruit lies a rare gift, the ability not only to build collagen, but to protect it. You see, vitamin C in tomatoes helps your body weave new collagen strands, the threads that keep your joints firm, your skin supple, your nerves steady. And then comes lycopene, that deep crimson pigment, a guardian that shields what's already there, preventing time and inflammation from breaking it down. I remember meeting Grace, a 72-year-old painter who'd started feeling stiffness in her fingers. "It's cruel," she said softly, "to love detail and lose precision." Her hands would tremble when she held her brush. Her doctor recommended something simple: eat the rainbow, especially the reds. So Grace began preparing a small caprese salad each day. Fresh tomato slices, creamy mozzarella, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, a few basil leaves. Within a month, she told me, "It's subtle, but I feel lighter, like my hands remember what they're meant to do." The secret lies in warmth and balance. When tomatoes are slightly cooked or gently warmed, your body absorbs more lycopene, and when paired with healthy fats, it works even better. So whether you stack them with avocado or mozzarella, or simply drizzle them with oil and herbs, know this: every bite is more than flavor. It's preservation of strength, of grace, of the small movements that make up a life. If healing had a flavor, I think it would taste like guava, bright, fragrant, a little tangy, a little sweet. It's the kind of fruit that wakes you up gently, like sunlight slipping through a kitchen window. But don't let its softness fool you. Guava is a powerhouse. Just one fruit holds more vitamin C than 4 oranges combined. And vitamin C, as we've learned, isn't a luxury, it's a requirement. Without it, your body can't weave new collagen, can't strengthen the tendons that hold you steady, or soothe the nerves that guide each step. I remember David, a 68-year-old former mail carrier. He used to walk miles each day, rain or shine. But after retirement, he noticed his legs felt weaker. His hands sometimes tingled when he reached for his morning paper. "I thought I was just slowing down," he said. "Turns out I was running low on what my body needed to rebuild." His nutritionist suggested a simple ritual: a guava power yogurt bowl each morning. Chopped ripe guava stirred into plain Greek yogurt, a drizzle of honey, a squeeze of lime, a sprinkle of crushed almonds. It became more than breakfast. It became a quiet promise. A promise to fuel his body with protein for repair, vitamin C for collagen, and healthy fats for balance. In time, David told me, it's like the strength in my legs found its way home again. That's the thing about nourishment. It doesn't shout, it whispers. One spoonful at a time, it teaches your body to trust itself again. There's something honest about a kiwi, rough on the outside, vibrant within, just like many of us who've weathered time and still carry a spark beneath the surface. If you've ever sliced one open, you know what I mean. Those tiny black seeds, the bright green flesh. It's like nature painted energy into every bite, and that's exactly what it gives back to you: life, circulation, and renewal. Just 2 or 3 kiwis a day can flood your body with vitamin C, the spark your cells need to build fresh collagen. And collagen, as we know, is the quiet scaffolding that holds you steady, keeping your joints supple, your skin firm, your nerves alive and humming. I once met Linda, 70, a retired piano teacher. She told me her fingers had grown stiff. Her legs sometimes wobbled when she stood to greet her students. Her doctor smiled and said, "Sometimes healing comes in small packages." He handed her a simple plan: 2 kiwis a day, a handful of toasted almonds, and a pinch of sea salt. It felt silly at first, she laughed, snacking on fruit like medicine. But weeks later, she could move her fingers more freely, her balance steadier than before. Because it's not about grand gestures, it's about gentle consistency, a slice of kiwi, a handful of nuts. Small acts of care, repeated daily, become strength reborn. So tomorrow morning, peel a kiwi. Taste that brightness. That's not just fruit. That's your body remembering joy, mobility, and the rhythm of life again. There's a warmth in pineapple, bright, golden, alive. You taste it, and for a moment, you feel like sunlight is resting on your tongue. But beyond the sweetness, this fruit carries something rare, a natural healer called bromelain. Bromelain is one of nature's secret repairmen. Quietly, it moves through your body, cooling the hidden fires, the low, constant inflammation that stiffens joints, weakens nerves, and makes every step a little heavier. Paired with vitamin C, pineapple becomes more than fruit. It's restoration in a bite. I remember Samuel, a 69-year-old who used to love fishing by the pier. "These days," he told me, "I don't even trust my legs to walk on the dock." His hands tingled, his knees felt like rusted hinges. His granddaughter, bless her heart, started making him a small bowl each afternoon. Pineapple chunks, macadamia nuts, a dash of cinnamon, and a few mint leaves. He called it his golden snack. After a few weeks, he noticed something beautiful. Mornings felt easier, stares less cruel, and those tingles in his hands faded like old echoes. That's the quiet strength of pineapple. It doesn't shout, it soothes. The bromelain eases inflammation, the nuts fuel rebuilding, and the mint refreshes your digestion and spirit. Sometimes healing is not about fighting, it's about calming, giving your body a chance to breathe, mend, and move freely again. So next time you taste pineapple, remember, you're not just enjoying a treat, you're sipping sunshine, you're inviting peace back into your body. And so, dear friend, we've reached the final chapter of this gentle journey. Not an ending, but a quiet return. 8 humble snacks, 8 small doors you've opened, each one whispering the same truth. Your body is not your enemy. It is your oldest friend. Maybe your journey began with a square of dark chocolate melting slowly. A reminder that even sweetness can heal when it's real. Or maybe it began in a pot of simmering broth, where time and warmth worked together to draw strength from the simplest bones. Perhaps it was in the glow of cantaloupe at sunrise, or the golden cubes of pineapple that tasted like sunlight and forgiveness. Maybe it was the first time you stirred guava into yogurt and realized, as it touched your tongue, that nourishment can also be joy. Each snack, each choice was more than food. It was a gesture, a small, loving conversation between you and your body. A promise that said, "I see you. I'm listening now. Let's rebuild together." You see, healing isn't a race backward into youth. It's a slow dance forward into wisdom, patience, and grace. It's not about denying age, but honoring it, giving back to your body the same kindness it has given you all these years. Every morning you rise and feed yourself with care. You're doing more than eating. You're building trust, teaching your hands they can steady again, your knees they can carry you farther, your heart that it can still dream beyond fear. I've seen it. the light returning to weary eyes, the laughter returning to dinners once eaten in silence, the courage in people who once thought their best days were behind them. But here's the secret. The best days don't leave, they wait. They wait for you to notice them again, in the scent of herbs, the taste of warm broth, the sweetness of fruit on your tongue. So as you sit at your table tomorrow, let every bite be a prayer of gratitude for the strength that lingers, for the body that still answers, for the grace that meets you where you are. You don't need to chase the past. You are not broken, only becoming. And every act of nourishment, every spoon, every sip, every small yes to life is a step home. Because healing isn't about turning back the clock. It's about turning toward yourself, with love, with hope, with both hands open. And maybe, just maybe, the best chapter of your story begins here, in this simple, sacred act of caring for the life you still hold.